I'm trying to look mad. Bro. Oh, it's still live? That's goofy. Oh no, they're just talking about it. What? Do I look tired? Do I look... Is this too zoomed in? Be honest. Be honest right now. Is it too zoomed in? It looks okay. I took my makeup off. So like... To be fair, to be really fair, I considered going live today, but then I thought maybe I shouldn't, you know, because I'm like going somewhere this weekend and I'm leaving tomorrow in the morning. And so I thought maybe I should just lay down and go to bed. So I like impulse decided I was gonna lay down and go to bed, and I took my makeup off. Okay. But then I remembered all of a sudden that I had some very important things to discuss about today's recent news. So I figured maybe I would just go live for a little bit and discuss my thoughts and opinions on our recent findings. Even though I already took my makeup off. So it's a no makeup stream. Kind of halfway in bed. I got my jammies on. Okay. I was ready to go to sleep. Well, not really. It's only 10 p.m. But, you know, like I said, I'm going somewhere this weekend. So, hi. Hi. Welcome. I have just lots of things to say today. Well, and I don't have lots of things to say. I'm more just... Hi. I more just want to really discuss our recent... some news we received today. It's horrible. It's horrible. Horrible news. And hopefully this finds the right people. And if it doesn't, I can explain. But at the same time, I don't know. I have lots of things to discuss. Hi. Hello. I just mentioned I high-key was gonna go to bed. Okay, I was gonna lay down and just like brain rot in bed and scroll on all my social medias, but I decided I wanted to talk about some other things. Who did that? Somebody unliked my video. Hi. Hello. Anyways, I debated on going live today. And I ultimately decided I didn't want to, so I took my makeup off. Because I have my makeup on and everything. But again, I thought I was going to lay down. And so I took it off. And then decided, just kidding, I'm going to go live. So I got to do it barefaced, no makeup on. It's horrible. Okay, but I have important things to say. I have lots of thoughts about my topic today. I also got my Kool-Aid. I'm ready. It's also like horrendously windy out. For some, I don't want to say for some strange reason, because it's really not a strange reason. But I don't even think it's storming. I think it's just windy, which is the worst kind of wind, to be honest with you. I don't like that kind of wind. It's just me, myself, and I. What? Are you going to things? What things? Which things? I'm going to something. Hello, hi. Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. I just started. Honestly, we could talk about whatever, but I just... At some point, I need to discuss. I need to discuss my topic because it's really bad. I'm also... Okay, for everyone that's new here, hi, welcome to my channel. My channel is really based around... well, it's K-pop, but it's also a specific group in K-pop. And they're called oneus, right? Anything cool happening in South Dakota? Just like tornadoes and stuff, but like that's it. Anyways, so my channel is heavily based around a K-pop group called oneus, okay? Hence the title. All right, I don't know if you can see the title. I don't really know how lives work on YouTube. But the title today is about oneus, which is who this whole channel is about, okay? Where are you from? I'm from the United States. Hi. Hello. And anyway, so I've been a oneus fan for a long time, okay? I think we're coming up on like 5 years of me being a fan of oneus. So I've gone through almost their entire career with them. Almost their entire career. Okay, I've missed like the first couple months, but whatever. And back when they like first debuted, they got into this I don't know if anyone knows anything about K-pop. I'll try to describe it the best that I can. They went on to this thing called a survival show, which is where they just compete against, well, typically it's against other people, but this specific survival show was against other groups. Are you going to think, what is that? And they went on this show like early in their career, so it made sense. Like they were doing it for like exposure, and just to kind of showcase who they were, okay? And it was called Road to Kingdom. It was called Road to Kingdom. And the winner of Road to Kingdom would go on to like the main survival show called Kingdom. I don't know. It was really weird. Anyways, they went... when did they go? How can I describe when they went in their career? They were a year old. Like, as a group, they were only 1 year into their career when they went on to the survival show. So it made sense that they were going on to the survival show, Road to Kingdom. However, today, for some reason, it was announced they were going to be on Road to Kingdom Season 2. Except now we're 5 years into their career, so it's like, why do you even need to be on the survival show? You know what I mean? Anyways, that's I have so many thoughts about it, but that's going to be the whole topic today, I think. And also just kind of introduce you to, one, what the title is about for the stream today, and just a bit about my channel, because it's very oneus inspired. I guess I would say that. Hi. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm just here to talk about oneus, as always. Hi. Hello. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that because I don't have my makeup on. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. I mean, not that I care that much. It's just I feel really like bare for some reason. It's just, yeah. You're going to India? No. Not anytime soon. Not in the near future. Why? I just don't have plans to. I don't have any plans to. I don't have any business there. But maybe like down the road at some point. I don't know. You are very cute. Thank you. Thank you so much. Um, Hi, hello. Oh my god. Oh my god. I tried to go live earlier this week. I tried to do I did a live stream. I did a live stream. I think it was on, was it Monday? I think it was Monday. What am I drinking? I'm drinking Kool-Aid. Because Kool-Aid's bussin', that's why. Hey, what? Sorry. Anyways, I went live on Monday. But that was like horrible for some reason because I didn't know I was tired until like I was halfway through the stream. Because I also did inventory at work on Monday. And so like my brain was just not, it was not having it for real. If you could move to a bigger city, which would it be? Ooh. That's a really good question. Your smile is very cute. Thank you. I think I would stay away from really congested cities. Just cause like, okay, I've done a lot of traveling across the country, right? Across the United States, within the last couple of years. And so I've visited a lot of different cities. And I think before I was in my traveler era, I used to think I would really enjoy big congested cities. Only because like I grew up out in the country with like, you know, nobody with like a lot of like privacy and stuff. So I thought maybe I would kind of enjoy it. Being around a bunch of people. I don't know. It's a weird kind of dynamic. But anyways, I started traveling in the last few years, and I realized I don't really like big and congested cities. I don't know if that's because like I was raised out in the middle of nowhere. And I just really like having like my own privacy and space and stuff. But I definitely, because I used to think when I was younger that I would live, or that I wanted to live in like Los Angeles or California or something, right? The dream, whatever, every country kid's dream. And that used to be like, you know, I genuinely thought I was gonna live there when I got older. But then I started like visiting like multiple times. Like just this year, I went to LA twice already since the beginning of the year. And I'm already kind of tired of LA. I'm like, I don't really want to go more than I have to go. New York is nice to visit, but it's really not for me, I don't think. So I think I would probably live in like one of the cities that like it's populated, but you can also like live kind of out by yourself somewhere. So like I'm thinking like Dallas. I'm thinking like Dallas, maybe Chicago. I would almost like Atlanta. It's a little too hot for me. No lie, LAX sucks. I mean, I've never had like horrible problems with LAX, but it was like, I don't know, LA in general, I think it's just, I'm getting tired of LA. Hold on, oneus is going on Kingdom again. Spoiler alert! I'm so sorry. We literally just found out today, don't worry. Also, hey, hi. I'm here to discuss. Don't worry, I didn't discuss anything about oneus yet because I'm saving all of this probably for like towards the end of my stream so I can just end the stream with my thoughts and stuff. Wait, are they for real? Oh my gosh, okay. Yes. Unfortunately, okay. Let me... I wish I could formulate my thoughts about exactly how I feel about them going back on to Road to Kingdom. It's not even Kingdom, it's Road to Kingdom. Season 2. And you want to tell me why is oneus on this show? I don't know. Alright, but I'm kind of mad. I'm kind of mad. OMG, no, I'm actually so excited. Well, I'm glad one of us is excited because I'm mad. I think it's more... how do I want to formulate this? It's more just like Road to Kingdom season 1 had a specific concept. They had a bunch of groups. Well, okay. Oh my god, oh my god. We have to go all the way back to the beginning. Back when they first announced Kingdom was going to be a thing. And Road to Kingdom, I should say. So like Queendom aired, right? The Queendom the Survival show, and it was really popular. It was really good. Do you have any sites where I could watch Korean shows? Which shows are you looking for? Are you looking for like variety shows or like K-dramas? Like, I guess it depends. What is that? Oh, I was like, this looks really weird. Do you see this? It's like just hovering. It's my fan thing. No, because I became attuned when they were going on the Road to Kingdom. It's actually so nostalgic. Okay, well, I'm glad you're enjoying it because I'm really mad. Hold on, I have to explain myself. I gotta explain my thoughts. Variety. They actually have a lot of variety shows on YouTube. It depends on what variety show you're looking for. Because sometimes they'll put them on, like, the streaming sites, but a lot of times they'll just leave them on YouTube. Why are you mad? Okay. We're gonna let's discuss. Okay, so I gotta go all the way back to the beginning. So Queendom, their survival show aired. All right, it got really popular. Everyone loved it. So Mnet was like, we got to make a boy group version of this. So they were gonna make Kingdom, except I think they couldn't get the groups that they wanted to go on to Kingdom, because I think the idea was that they wanted all like the really extremely popular boy groups. I remember they wanted 17, they wanted BTS, they wanted NCT, they wanted like, I don't know, like all of the groups like in that tier at the time. The problem was, I think a lot of these groups didn't want to compete on a survival show like that, or they just didn't have time. And so to sort of stall so that Mnet could produce this really cool, awesome Kingdom survival show, the same way Queendom was, they created Road to Kingdom. And it was just gonna kind of start with groups that weren't in this lineup up here. And I think initially everyone thought it was going to be everyone just a step lower. So they thought it was going to be like AT, Stray Kids. Who else was on that level at the time? Like NCT Dream or something, you know, like everyone on that level. That's what they thought Road to Kingdom was going to be. But then all of a sudden Mnet came out and was like, we're going to cast groups that haven't, I remember this specifically, they said it was groups that haven't had their first win yet. Like, that was the criteria to get on the Road to Kingdom. And so they released, like, this potential lineup of groups that they were going to put on there. I think there was, like, a lot of groups on there or something. I don't remember. I do remember oneus might have been on that initial lineup. I'm so sure. Oh, yeah, I understand. Yeah. Okay, so they released the initial lineup. This is, like, a funny little tidbit or little fact in here. They initially had SF9 in the Road to Kingdom lineup, and I think they were going to actually compete. So they had SF9 mixed in with all these other groups. Most of the ones that appeared on Road to Kingdom. So it was like The Boys, On and Off, oneus, and what was the other one? Very, Very. Maybe it wasn't Very, Very. I don't know. I was a new K-pop fan during this time, so I was still figuring everything out. Oh my god, I got all the tea for you, because I was a big, not even a K-pop fan. I was just, like, I was already, like, a really big oneus fan. So, like, again, I was just, everything that was about oneus, like, I knew. So, like, I had all this, like, you know, I was paying attention really closely. Anyways, SF9 was on the original Road to Kingdom lineup, but then, like, right before they started filming, or before they confirmed the lineup, SF9 released Good Guy. And that song's kind of popular, or like at the time it was kind of popular. Everyone liked that song. And they ended up getting their first win with that song, except they were kind of already in talks for Road to Kingdom. And the concept for Road to Kingdom was you needed to, or groups that didn't have their first win. So the funniest thing was that they ended up pulling out of Road to Kingdom because they got their first win. Like, I don't think it was that, like, it wasn't like a super, like, how do you say it? like just like you had to not have your first win. It was more just like that seemed to be the criteria, or I don't know. I remember that song blowing up for SF9. Yeah, they got their first win with that song. But I think it was like Mnet was like, well, it's like you only got the one win. It's like you only got the one win, so like you can still participate on Road to Kingdom. But they were like, no, we got our first win, so we're gonna not do Road to Kingdom. And then they joined Kingdom. Yes, okay. So I don't know, I thought it was the funniest thing ever. Which I don't think it was SF9 themselves. I think it was their company. Their company was like, they got their first win. Guess they can't be on Road to Kingdom. And so I was like, man, goofy. And so they ended up throwing in like some random groups on Road to Kingdom. I think that might be, well, I don't know. One of those groups in that list was a filler group because they originally had SF9 in the lineup and then they pulled out. And so they had to put one in. So I can't tell if it was Very Very or if it was, they were TOO at the time. They were TOO back in the day. It could have been, but I also thought TOO was on there because they were an Mnet group. Like they came from an Mnet survival show. So I thought that's why they were in there. I actually remember Monsta X was going to be on Kingdom. Yeah, so that was like the original plan for Kingdom was they were going to have all of these like cracked out groups on Kingdom. I don't know. Oh, we'll get there. We're going to get there. Okay. So they finalized the freaking Pentagon is on Road to Kingdom. See, that made no sense to me because I was like, why did SF9 pull out of Road to Kingdom but Pentagon stayed on? Like Pentagon should have been on Kingdom. High key. But I do think they went on Road to Kingdom because what's his name was going to enlist. Hi. Hi. Sorry, I keep sidetracking you. No, it's okay. No, it's okay. It's like, no. It's okay. It's okay. So what was I saying? Where was I? Oh, Pentagon. It's because one of their members was going to enlist soon. So I think that's why they went on Road to Kingdom instead of Kingdom. So that they could at least do like a few things as the whole group before they started enlisting. I don't know. Something like that. Anyways, back in the day, all of the groups that were on Road to Kingdom were all kind of like lesser known groups, right? They either had just debuted or they were having trouble kind of getting traction in the scene or whatever. And so like it made sense that all of them were on the show together. And it made sense why oneus was there. They were only a year into their career. And they weren't like blowing up, right? Like they were still kind of like lesser known. So they kind of went on there for exposure. I know they weren't really on there to win. You can kind of just tell that they just really weren't on that show to win the show. They were just on it to get exposure from it, which they did. They actually did. They got a bit of exposure from the show. Yeah, I thought Road to Kingdom was for underrated, underappreciated groups. Yes, so that was what the initial concept was of Road to Kingdom. And then they would have a winner of Road to Kingdom who would then go on to Kingdom and be on that survival show with all of the other groups they managed to get in, which I still think they were trying to get all the really popular groups. But they had to settle for like, I don't want to call them mid-tier, but if you think about all of the groups at the time, they were all kind of mid-tier, right? So the boys, spoiler alert, the boys won Road to Kingdom. So they go on to Kingdom, which was the boys. Yes. So they won Road to Kingdom. They go on to Kingdom, and Mnet couldn't book all these big groups, okay? Again, initially they wanted BTS, 17, Monsta X, NCT. They wanted like all of the really, really popular groups, but they couldn't do it. So they went and settled for the next, I don't even call them the lesser tier. It's just, they're not up here. They're like right here. So it was AT, Stray Kids, iKON, B2B was on there, the boys, and I feel like there was one other group. Who was it? I don't remember. I don't remember who the other group was. But they were all on Kingdom. I guess that show was pretty popular. I didn't watch it. But I know like all of the groups on that show got like pretty good exposure from it. And I know that's why like Stray Kids won Kingdom. And they ended up getting kind of popular from winning Kingdom. So I guess it worked at the end of the day. And I mean, the boys got pretty popular and ATs. Like, I don't know. It worked out for everyone, I think. Anyways, so I do remember, like, after Kingdom, like, ended, they did say SF9. You're right. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to SF9. I literally just said, I'm so sorry. And so I remember after Kingdom ended, they did say that they were gonna come back with Kingdom season 2, because they were gonna do Queendom season 2 first, which they did. Which I don't remember what the issue was with Queendom season 2. I just know it didn't pop off as hard as Queendom season 1. But I think it was still good. I tried to watch it and I just couldn't get into it. But they did say that they were going to do Kingdom season 2 at some point after Queendom season 2. So I thought we were just going to jump into Kingdom, okay? Anyways, earlier today, they announced that they were going to boot up Road to Kingdom season 2. And in my mind, I was like, okay, yeah. It's like, well, we know oneus isn't going to be on it because they were already on it. And why would they need to be on Road to Kingdom again? You know what I mean? But I hate to say, I also, like, the thought I had after that was like, well, what if oneus is on it anyways, right? And I was like, no. Like, they can't be on Road to Kingdom. They were already on it, and they don't need it, okay? I wasn't a K-pop fan during Queendom season 1, but honestly, season 2 of Queendom was a flop compared to season 1 from what I heard. It kind of was. I don't know what the problem was. I really don't know what the problem was with Queendom season 2. I think it's just like none of the performances stood out the same way. Who the heck was on Queendom season 2? I do know it was Luna. Man, I'm such out of the loop on K-pop things. Oh, it's okay. No, I've been a fan for such a long time. Like, I just have all these, like, useless knowledge of K-pop. I know Luna was on it. Cosmic Girls was on it because they won. Park Bom was on it. There was a 4-member group. Oh, Brave Girls was on it. That's who it was. Brave Girl and some other group. Oh, VVs? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the problem was. And there was so much talk about how Dreamcatcher should have been on Queendom season 2, and I was also hoping for that too. I think they should have been. Maybe it was just their lineup. Because I think with Queendom season 1, it was that, like, it was such, like, a vastly different, like, all of the groups almost didn't match each other. Like, they all had really different concepts and, like, I don't know, kind of all laid in their own ways. But Queendom season 2, it made it seem like it didn't make it seem like, it seemed like all of the groups were kind of in the same tier, or, like, you know, the same space. I don't know what it was about season 2 that just didn't pop off like season 1 did, but it's kind of sad. Anyways, so they announced Road to Kingdom this morning. I remember I seen it, and in my mind I was sitting there, I was like, wouldn't that be so funny if oneus came out on it? Like, I was saying it for the laughs in my brain, okay, because I was like, there's no possible way they could be on this show because they were already on it. And why would they need to be on Road to Kingdom season 2? You know what I mean? I really don't know. Who else is on the lineup? We don't know yet. Matter of fact, I didn't even see that oneus was going to be on it until like 3 hours ago. And so I think it's like they're just now starting to pop up with like speculations. But you know, like speculations, and it's all like these Korean articles. I'm so sure, like, they're probably going to be on it. I thought the same. I didn't think oneus would be on it. That's what, like, why would they be on it kind of thing? Which leads me to my theory, okay? Leads me to, like, my thoughts and stuff about Road to Kingdom Season 2. Would you ever visit Korea? Yeah, actually, I'm trying to go in October. So, I'm going in October. I even got my passport. So, I guess some thoughts and theories I have about season 2 of Road to Kingdom. I ruled them out because they were already on it before. Same. I was like, why are we, you know, I don't know, like, why would you do that kind of thing? I hope you get to go. I trust I will go. I will go. I make anything work, okay? Um, anyways, okay. Here's my thoughts. It's just a theory. It has to, I'm trying to make sense. This is like the delusions in my brain just running around. So I kind of feel like if One Us is on Road to Kingdom, that the concept for this season is probably different from season 1. Okay? I don't think it's like gonna be groups that are like lesser known or like underrated or underappreciated, because One Us really isn't underrated. Now they're not super popular and like everyone knows them kind of thing, but they're also not like not low tier. You know what I mean? Underappreciated. They're not underappreciated. All right, a lot of people know them. And I think they know that too. And I'm so sure the company knows that too. So it's like, if they know that, why would they stick them back on Road to Kingdom? So I kind of have this theory that like this season of Road to Kingdom is like different. Like there's got to be a different concept for this season for One Us to go back on the show. You know what I mean? I had another thought attached to that and I totally forgot what I was going to say. I lost the thought. But that's just like what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I did hear that this Road to Kingdom was going to be different and rebranded. See, I think that's probably why they're going back on. Oh, the thought I had was that like One Us doesn't really need Road to Kingdom. Okay? I think it would be a nice little boost in popularity for them, which I'm sure it's not something that they're dying to have. Okay, but I think it would just be nice in the grand scheme. And One Us is like overlooked, that's the thing. Yes, so like a lot of people don't pay attention to them, but at the same time they're like, people know who they are. So like, it's not that they need it to get people to know them. I think it's more just like it'd be a nice little popularity boost. Here's my other theory though. Well, I guess it's not a theory, it's just a thought that I have. So like One Us is like 5 years into their career. So do they really need like a popularity boost at this point in their career? They're already like kind of far in. And the other thing, I hate to bring up things like this, okay? But I am so sure that Soho has to enlist probably either by the end of this year or sometime next year. Okay? And I don't think it makes sense for them to start trying to like, how would I say? To start trying to build their image and their brand when they're about to have a member on hiatus for not even 2.5 years, for like 2 years, okay? Like it just makes no sense to me. Not enlistment. I know, I'm so sorry. I hate to bring it up like this. But like we have to like discuss things like this. Like I'm just so sure. Like I don't know. This whole thing just doesn't make sense to me, and I think that's why I'm so mad about it. I'm so mad that they're on Road to Kingdom season 2 because it just makes no sense. Like, why are you going on Road to Kingdom? Like, 1, when you've already been there. 2, you don't really need popularity boost. Like, again, like it would just be nice. It would be nice for the group and everything, but like they don't need it. They just went on a tour and they're about to go finish the tour. Like, like everything's going pretty well for them. They're already 5 years into their career, all right? And they're about to have somebody like on a hiatus soon. Like, they're gonna all have to start going. They better not go on this without Soho. I don't think they're going on this without Soho. They said it's supposed to air in the later half of this year. And I'll be completely honest with you. I always wonder how K-pop stars live during their military service. Oh my gosh. I mean, all the groups that I stand back in my teen years, they're all kind of like going into enlistment now, or they're coming out of enlistment. So like, I know a lot about it as a fan. Oh, anyways, so I'm subscribed to Soho and Lito's From. They're From messages, okay? And now I can't say anything for Lito because like I've only had his for a month and he's like a bland person anyways. But Soho used to do like I think it was also during their promotions. He used to message like almost every day. He would message something almost, every single day. It was pretty active for the most part. And I also know for the other members, especially like Kunhee and Xian, like they're really active on From, but recently like they haven't been. Isn't Lito's From dead? Kind of. The last time he said anything was yesterday. And he only sent 2 messages and then disappeared. Like it's almost not worth it unless you're like a Lito stan. But he's like, well, no, I can't really say he's one of my biases. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I have his From, okay? Anyway, so like all the members that are usually active on From haven't been active on From recently. And I just kind of thought they went on a vacation recently. And I was like, well, maybe they're just enjoying their vacation or something. But I'll be completely honest with you. I think they already started filming Road to Kingdom Season 2. Okay? I think they already started. And I think they're probably just going to go into like maybe August, September. It doesn't take that long. It usually doesn't take that long. And so I think by the time that the show is done, we'll be standing on the edge of Soho's anticipated hiatus, I should say. I feel like even a Lito stan couldn't spend money on it. Sorry to say, I'm not shitting Lito. I love him. I know like the hardcore Lito stans have his From. Again, like I said, it's almost not worth it because he hardly ever says anything. But like when he does, he sends like a bunch of stuff at once. I don't know. It's really crazy. I guess I should say I've been horrendously bias wrecked by him on the tour. And so that's kind of why I like resubscribed to his From. I was like horrendously bias wrecked. It was bad. But anyways, so my theory is that like they've already started filming. Like they might have filmed like the first episode. Cause like the first episode takes so freaking long. It's like 16 hours or something. I don't know. It's so goofy. All right. Such a goofy. I told you Lito's coming for all of us. Bro, I don't know. I don't know what it is about Lito, but like every single tour, I think I leave the tour and I'm just like, man. Like, man, what if I just became a Lito stan? I mean, I would never ditch Soho, okay? Soho's like the love of my life. I don't care. I don't care about anything else I've said prior, okay? Or what I've said about anybody else, but Soho is like the love of my life, so. I could never ditch him, but sometimes on the tour, all right, I see Lito and I'm like, man. Man. I also say that about Kunhee though too. Like I walk away from the tour a Kunhee stan and like a partial Lito stan. It's horrendous. It's horrendous. I understand. I don't know, it's the tour changes people. For sure. Yeah, anyways, I'm just a little upset about them being on Road to Kingdom. I think I'm even more upset that it's Road to Kingdom and not Kingdom Season 2. Okay, because why are we on the pre-survival show again? We should be on Kingdom Season 2, matter of fact. I don't know what the heck. So yeah, I think I'm just mad that because I don't understand why they could possibly be on this show. Like what what could they possibly need from this show that they have to go on it again? Like, oh my god. That just makes me so mad. I get it with all that you explained, and then the upcoming fan wars. Honestly, I think we need the fan wars as a fandom. Why Road to Kingdom, not Kingdom? That's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't even be mad if it was Kingdom. I would actually be kind of excited. Be like, wow, that's so awesome. That's so cool. Love this for them. But it's Road to Kingdom? I don't know. Anyways, fan wars. Okay, fan wars are dumb. They are pretty dumb. But at the same time, I think, again, I hate to say it, I think we need them as a fandom. Um, Especially because, like, nothing has ever happened. Like, okay, how do I want to explain this? How do I want to explain this? We haven't really had any fan wars since, like, back when we had a +1 member, okay? I'm pretty sure they're getting flashbacks to their first time on there, just like us. Oh my god. I can't imagine them. They're sitting there filming it. They're like, remember when this was us 4 years ago? And I'm like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to remember that. Anyways, we haven't had any, like, which it could be a good thing that we haven't had fan wars for that long, but at the same time, because we haven't been having any, like, beef with other fandoms, all of our beef has been with each other, like, in the fandom. And it's always the OT6 stands and the OT5 stands. And they're still beefing, right? And it's like, that happened so long ago. Like, we need to just let it go. All right? Like, we need to just move on because everyone else has and not you. And so I hate to say maybe, like, having the fan wars from the show might kind of help a lot of the division. I mean, it's not like I really care about the division because, like, oh my god, hot take from Taylor today is I'm getting really tired of, like, the fandom in general. I think, like, I don't really like interacting in the fandom anymore, or trying to, like, just actively be a part of it, because it just, I don't, like, again, it's probably, like, the division of the fandom, and I don't know, it's just something about it is just, like, really crazy. I totally understand, but sometimes it takes people time to accept things like that, I'm sure. I mean, like, I get it, like, the people that are, like, you know, maybe it takes that long to accept things, okay? Which I totally understand. But it's more like the people who just refuse to accept it, or, like, they accept it but they're kind of being, like, weird about it. I think I don't it's we're doing hot takes today. I don't really care about people who are OT6 or people who are OT5 because that's their own opinion at the end of the day, right? Like, they can believe whatever it is that they want to believe. The thing that gets me, though, the thing that really kind of irks me is, like, OT6 stands. It almost feels like they just can't stop talking about Raven, like, at all. Okay? And it's like, I get it here and there because, you know, maybe sometimes they miss him, you know, like, he was part of the group for so long. But it's almost just like, it's like every single day it's something about Raven. There's even some people who are, I don't even know if, like, they're joking or they're just being delusional. I don't know. But they say, like, they keep saying, they're like, what if he comes back? Or they could still add him back. Or, like, they keep talking about him as, like, oneus Raven in today's, you know, like, even today. Which I'm like, I don't, you know, it's kind of weird because he left a long time ago. Like, if they were talking about him way back in the day, that's fine. Whatever. Because, like, he was oneus back then. But they keep mentioning it like it's still a thing. And I think it also... I have so much feelings about this. It's crazy. That's why I say RBW should have done better at that situation so the fandom wouldn't have been divided like this. I do think, yeah, I think part of it is the fact that they just didn't say anything and kind of left people to their own devices, which I don't, okay, how would I say this? like, personally, I get it because I do that with things too, is I just let them go and just move on sort of thing. But, like, people, like, a lot of people just need closure from things in order to move on. And I think it's because we didn't get closure from it, that a lot of people are, like, still kind of hung up on it. So, yeah, I think they could have handled it a little better instead of just kind of like, like brushing it off and just leaving it. I do see that all the time. Sometimes it gets annoying. Like, I understand I was a Raven bias and I miss him sometimes too, but we do have to separate them. Yes. Okay, so that brings me to my other point, all right? Is kind of the thing that irks me about, like, OT5 stands is I think... how do I want to say this? Is they don't let people appreciate him, like Raven, like as a member of oneus, right? Like they kind of like hone in on the fact that like still, you know, like they believe that like everyone should just kind of drop him, which I guess you can't really use that universally. I think it's more how I don't want to say this without like canceling myself because sometimes I say things really wrong. It's also because like I've been a oneus fan since almost the beginning of their career, right? Like I became a fan almost 5 years ago. It's 5 years ago in July. And so I spent a majority of their career as their fan. And so like, you know, they spent what was it? When did he leave? It was right before their 4-year mark. So he spent almost 4 years. Well, actually, he spent even longer than that. He spent over 4 years as a member of this group, you know? And for those of us that have been fans for like a long time, like we've watched oneus as 6 members for 4 years, right? Like a long time. And so October 27, 2022, heartbreak day. I was so sad on that day. I can't even tell you. I hate that about OT5 stands. That's what I'm saying. I wish we would have gotten closure from the situation as Raven bias, but eventually I'd pick myself up and move forward. Same. I don't know. Crazy situation. Anyways, so like a lot of people, right? Well, there are a lot of people who like watched oneus as that oneus for the longest time. And like even oneus themselves, you know, like they built their image as oneus up to that point as the 6 of them with all of them in it, right? And so I think the one thing that really irked me about the OT5 stands was that they were kind of just forcing everyone to just erase him. Anyways, they were forcing everyone to kind of erase him from the fact that he was ever in oneus. And I was like, I don't know. I don't really like that. I didn't like that at the time. I still don't like it now. Like I think it's one thing to just keep talking about him even up until this day, because again, it's been like a year and a half since he's left. So like we've had time to process. And like oneus has moved on. They've already done 2 tours as the 5 of them. They've had 2-3 comebacks. You know, like they're moving on as the 5 of them. So like the rest of us should too. I don't even need to look up the date. It's just ingrained in my brain. See, I just remember it as like the 27th or the 28th of October. It was like that last week in October. It was kind of bad. Why did he split from the group? Oh. Let's discuss. No. So see, I can talk about it now because again, it's been a year and a half. I've moved on. All right. So he kind of got into like this scandal of it was in an overview, it was a dating scandal, but it had themes of violence in it. It's oh god, are we doing like a whole like hot takes day? Okay, let me just try to tell you it like as unbiased as possible. It was a dating scandal. He had a girlfriend, and basically him and his girlfriend kept like fighting. Like they were just kind of not on good terms sometimes, and like when I don't know, they were having like this situation, and a friend of the girlfriend exposed him on Twitter. All right, exposed all this stuff on Twitter, and said basically he's like a horrible boyfriend. He's like stuck up and entitled, and like basically just kind of treated her really bad. And as somebody, like, as a boy group member, as a K-pop idol who's in a boy group, having a scandal like that at all, first of all, a dating scandal, and then a scandal where you're just like slimy and a jerk, it doesn't really sit well with their own fans and then with the general public. And basically everybody tore him apart, okay? Tore him apart, was like, you're a horrible person, I can't believe you're like that, like, and it was even worse because, like, oneus was getting popular at the time. Like, they were kind of, you know, they were doing pretty well. And then this whole thing just hit, like, immediately after that. And they put him on a hiatus, and the rest of oneus kept continuing without him. But I think it was, like, it must have been worse in Korea. Because I remember, like, on my, like, internationally, like, people were kind of still, like, on the fence about it. There were a lot of people who were obviously against him. But there were a lot of people who were, like, kind of for him, too. Because, again, I guess we can dive into the other part, too. Because, like, whatever at this point. Whatever. It was a whole fake situation. TBH Humans figured that out. Oh, my gosh. Okay, yeah. I'll go into it after this. Hold on. I found out it was fake because once all that stuff for Raven went downhill, that user literally deleted all their posts and left social media. Oh, my gosh. Okay, no. Okay, wait. Let me finish the story. Because, again, I got hot takes. But I think it was worse among their Korean fans, and that they just didn't want him to come back to the group because they put him on a hiatus. I think they expected it to sort of blow over and that they could bring him back. But their Korean fans, I think, just didn't like it that much. Like, they wanted him to leave. They did say in the statement, they said in his statement, like, when he left, that he himself wanted to leave the group because he knew that his scandal was bringing negative attention to the group, and he didn't want it to affect the rest of the members. And so he, like, left voluntarily, which I think I believe that. And basically it was basically just from this whole scandal, and he got kicked out by the fans, but he left voluntarily, like, you know, if that makes sense. Because, again, like, I think they wanted to just keep him on hiatus until it blew over, but it was just kind of bad. I bet you that user was a Raven auntie. Oh my god, wait, no. I have theories, but I also, like, there's also facts in them too. Hello, hi. Sorry, I'm talking about everything oneus, so anyone have any oneus questions? I can answer. I'm literally so mad at those K-tunes, but whatever, I guess. That's what I'm saying. And then a lot of them backtracked afterwards. It was so goofy. Okay, so now let me go back. Okay, I'm going to go back into, like, the whole story of this person on Twitter who decided to expose their relationship, all right? So they ended up, what's K-pop? It's, music in Korean. Yeah. Okay, so a lot of people ended up finding his, I think, well, they said it was his supposed girlfriend, but I think it was, or it was somebody that they were kind of using as his girlfriend. I don't know. It was really weird, but it was this girl's Instagram account who was not the Twitter account, okay? No lie, I haven't even heard of oneus song. Oh my gosh. Well, I think if I were to recommend any oneus song, it would have to be their newer releases because that's the oneus we know and love today. But if you want some, like, older ones with, the 6 members, I would say Luna. I would say Lit, and I would say... Well, what else would I say? Same Scent. I think that's the general public recommendations. Oh, anyways, so they found the girl that was supposedly his girlfriend on Instagram. And she ended up saying on her story that that Twitter account was not her, but it was her friend. Okay, it was her friend that made the Twitter account because, again, I believe. How is what? Let me listen to them right quick. Tell me how you like it. So I do believe that Raven and his girlfriend were probably not in like the best relationship. Okay, I do think maybe they had some issues. I hate to say I believe he's probably a little slimy or whatever, but like I'm not gonna go too much into that. Check out Black Mirror Valkyrie, Erase Me, and By Like Amigo. Oh my god, Erase Me, because I love that song. Anyways, I believe he probably was a horrible boyfriend, okay? And because I only believe that because the girl supposedly like talked to her friend, the one that made the Twitter account, was like telling her all this stuff, like, oh my god, look at all this stuff. You know, kind of just complaining the way that a friend would, I think. And I think the friend probably just didn't like Raven because he was such like a crazy boyfriend. And she was trying to like help her own friend out. And because she had all these like, well, we want to say proofs, but they're really, it gets kind of weird when you go down into it. She had like these little stories that her friend would tell her. So she decided, okay, well, I don't, you know, because you guys, I just don't like him. So I'm going to expose him on Twitter. So she did. She pops up one day on a brand new Twitter account and starts exposing all this stuff about Raven. At first, she put it in a note, was like, this is who he is. Well, she didn't even say his name. Everyone just figured it out. And she put all this stuff about how he's like mean to her and kind of just uses her and makes her like do all this stuff. Like when they hang out and stuff, he like makes her pay for him because he's scared of the company finding out. I don't know. It's all this weird stuff. And the initial post comes out and everyone's like, oh my god, that's crazy. And then for some reason in the next couple tweets or something, she starts like saying the weirdest stuff. All right. And initially, I don't want anyone to take me the wrong way. All right. Because initially, again, I was on the side of the girlfriend because I was like, that's crazy. Like, we only know the one side of the story. And I'm just kind of inclined to believe the one girl until there's evidence to not believe her, sort of thing. So is Raven's career done? Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't want to say like, yeah, but like he hasn't done anything since he's left, really. He released like a mixtape, but that was it. But I did see that the voice message that we heard was mistranslated. It's actually a stalker fan bothering him. Okay. Oh wait. Okay. I'm getting into the story, okay? Because again, I was like deep diving into this. So she starts saying all this crazy stuff, like this really crazy stuff. I remember there was some she posted like, well, okay. How do I want to explain this? She was posting like pictures that were supposedly taken at this girl's house to prove that, like, you know, that they were actually dating. She posted this audio recording of Raven saying to his girlfriend, if you don't stop calling me, or no, what the heck? It was like, stop calling me. Like, you annoy me so much. I kind of just want to like you. And then the next thing, I don't even know if there's the last thing. She was implying that he like assaulted her, you know. And I remember this threw everyone off because, again, that's like, those are serious allegations, and I feel like it's crazy to just be throwing allegations like that everywhere. And so obviously we're all inclined to believe her. We're like, oh my gosh, crazy, he's so slimy, what a jerk, right? And I kind of was on the side of the girl because, again, those are serious allegations. Like, why would you just randomly say that? And so, like, you know, I'm like, oh my god, F that guy, whatever. Like, I'm still sad that he's left because, again, like, I spent so many years with oneus as the, you know, the six of them, and now all of a sudden, like, the whole world just turned upside down, and, you know, it was horrible. But, like, again, in my mind, I'm like, you know, whatever, F him. So a couple weeks go by, like, the company's not saying anything, and so the fans that are, like, diehard Raven fans are like digging into the story, which it sounds crazy because it's like, why are you digging into like somebody's story like that? But at the same time, sometimes we have to really like believe in people like that. I was on any side at the time. I was waiting for actual facts and evidence. See, I was too. Like, I really wanted to, like, hear the other side because I really thought the company was gonna, like, you know, try to help him out or something. But at the same time, like I said, they're like, those were like crazy allegations. So I just kind of was like leaning more towards her side. Until, you know. So I guess I wasn't really neutral, but I was, you know, I also wasn't like hardcore defending her side because again, it's only the one side of the story. Like, you don't even know the other side yet. Anyways, the fans do some digging. They find out that a lot of the messages that this girl came up with and said that they were like from Raven to the girlfriend or something were like fake. They were fake and they were fabricated. And they realized that because he supposedly sent selfies to the girlfriend after she'd asked for them. So he sent some selfies, and then people realized those selfies, like, he had sent in their they have like private messaging services for their fans, and he sent those selfies to the fans. Was it that, or did he post them on Twitter? But he like it was some sort of thing where it made it seem like in the messages that he was sending like unreleased selfies, but like he'd actually posted them like 2 days before, or I don't know, the timelines weren't matching up with the selfies. Been through too many K-pop drama to choose a side without actual evidence. See, same, because I think I did that one time and I was like just incredibly humbled because I chose like the wrong side. That sucks, his career is over because of that. I don't know if it's over. He just hasn't really attempted to like come back yet, which again I'll get into. Anyway, so they found that the text messages, a lot of the text messages were fake. There was this one photo where like he supposedly was like at her house, but like in the background, like the fans are matching up like the way the background looked to one of the practice rooms at the company. They're like, that's literally the same bar or something. I don't know. So like there's no way that's her house. I think the thing that really, really got me to sort of like not believe her was the audio recording, because that's honestly, when you ask a bunch of fans, you ask any OT5 fan like why they don't really like him, they're gonna say it's because of the audio recording or because of the SA allegations, which nothing ever came from the SA allegations other than the fact that it was like that one thing and then nothing to ever back it up. But again, those are serious. I don't know. But then they'll also say the audio recording. So in the audio recording that the girl posted, he was basically saying he was so annoyed by her that he wanted to unalive her. However, I think it was one of Raven's friends, because like he did leave a voicemail, or like he was talking on the phone to like one of his friends, and for some reason the friend recorded it. I don't know. I can't tell you how that even works, but like he ended up getting like the transcript from it, and Raven was just complaining on the phone to his friend that like him and his girlfriend, was it his girlfriend or was it a stalker fan? It might have been a stalker fan, because like they got stalkers everywhere, and I think it was like this stalker just kept calling him and calling him and calling him, and it was like he had to change his number like a few times because like she was just bothering him, and he was like, this is so annoying. He's like, I keep changing my number so that these fans don't find me, and they still find me. I remember he was saying, he's like, I'm just so annoyed that sometimes I just want to like, he said he wanted to himself, okay, because he was just so annoyed. All right, he's like, sometimes I just want to, you know, do something like that. And that was in the original audio. That's crazy. Yes. And his friend came out and said that because like, again, he was complaining to his friend about it. And so people went and listened to like the other recording, and then I think they like realized that like you can hear that there's some like really small like audio cuts in the recording that she supposedly said he said about his girlfriend or whatever, that he wanted to, you know, her. But like when they listen to it, you can hear that there's audio cuts. They even had somebody that works in like audio, something like that can detect things like that. He was saying, yeah, there's like audio cuts, like somebody cut out parts of this and put them together to make it sound like it's one recording. These stalkers can go that far sometimes. I go too far sometimes. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're crazy. I don't even know what the heck. I don't know what the heck. I didn't know that about him saying that about himself. I'm sad now. Yeah. And I think it was, um, I hate to say it, I don't think he like genuinely meant it. I think it was just in the moment he was super just really annoyed. He was just really annoyed with the situation that he was like, sometimes that's just how I feel. And I think he even said something about he wanted to quit like idol life because like, you know, it just all this the fan stuff was just way too crazy for him. Hey, what I miss? Oh my god, we're talking about oneus. I'm actually I'm describing the Raven situation right now, so if you um I'm like talking about the debunked parts of the whole story. Um anyway, so the audio recording is sort of what got me, right? Knowing that it wasn't fake, it was just edited to make it seem like it was something else when it wasn't. And that it was so obviously cut, you know, like edited basically. And I was like, well, if she made up the audio recording, then like what else could she have made up? You know what I mean? And then I remember, so like the girl that they found on Instagram that said that was they said was his girlfriend, she started posting on her story about how the account on Twitter was making up things that she knew that like some of the stuff she was saying were like making up, like she was just making them up. And at that point she was now defaming people. I think it was even herself for some reason. I don't remember how that whole thing happened. But she said that she was defaming her and that if she didn't stop defaming her, she was going to sue her for defamation basically. And I remember she gave her like a warning sort of, and then the Twitter account posted something again. I don't remember. It was a little bit of a back and forth because the girl on Instagram ended up posting like a story, and she had like her documents or something, and she said, these are my documents that I'm going to take to the courthouse. I'm giving you one more chance, and if you don't do it, if I find out you do it like one more time, I'm going to go in and turn these in, and then I'm going to sue you for defamation. And I think that's when the Twitter account deactivated and deleted all the posts. And then we just never heard anything about it ever again. I actually remember that she said she was going to take legal action. Yes. Right? And that's the other thing. That was the other thing that kind of made me realize that like we shouldn't be trusting this girl as much as we should, like as much as we were. Being a twin on October 2022 was wild. It was horrible. Now, see, this was all stuff I ended up finding out like a few months later. Because I'll be so honest with you, I'm so sure I described this before, but I couldn't, there was definitely like a couple of months where I couldn't watch anything oneus related that had him in it. I remember because I was just so sad. Like, I was so incredibly sad. I remember trying to watch a variety show, and I thought I was doing fine because I was watching it, and I was like, oh my god, like, I'm finally watching a variety show with all of them in it. And then I realized that I wasn't actually watching it, or like, I was watching everyone except for him. And so I was like, okay, so I'm not even really watching this because, like, I can't even look at him, right? I couldn't listen to any of their songs. I remember, I think I was listening to like the intros that didn't have him in it. I listened to Standby a lot because he wasn't in that song. Like, I couldn't watch anything with him in it because I was just so incredibly sad. And I was also kind of mad too because the week before he left, I bought my concert ticket to the Reach For Us tour. And then he left, and like a part of me in my mind, I was like, I kind of don't even want to go now because I thought it was gonna be too sad. I was like, there's no way I can go to their concert and like, you know, not be sad. But it was also like 3 months away, so I thought by the time that the concert rolled around that I would have moved on enough to not be that sad at their concert. And so I spent the next like couple of months like really just trying to get over it. I was like, I have to get over this because I'm seeing them on their tour, and like I can't sit there, you know, I can't like cry the whole concert, or I can't even like just not go. Like I have to go. I was honestly dead as oneus and K-pop fan. It took time for me to move forward. Same. I get you. I thought I couldn't love oneus again after that. I think it was like I knew I would come around at some point. I was just scared of how long it was gonna take. I swear to God. I was so mad at RBW for doing that. Wait, what do you mean? Sam, I got the concert tickets in tears? Really? Okay, was it that same week? Was it the same week? You're right, I think it was. I think it was because they had to... You're right. Oh my God, you're right. You're right. I totally forgot. It was like the day after they announced that he left. It was the same day, wasn't it? It was. It was the day after they left that he went on sale. Yes, okay, because I remember in my mind, I was like, I understand exactly why they announced on that day that he was leaving. It was because they had their Seoul concert announced, and they released the tour poster, right, of the Seoul concert. Does that make sense? And like, you know, it was all of them on it, but then they put him on a hiatus, and I remember like a bunch of people were like, is he gonna be on hiatus until the concert? Like, is he gonna come back before the concert, or is he gonna like not be at the concert? Because I think it was like, it was confusing a lot of people. Like a lot of people like wanted to know if he was gonna be at the concert. How am I trying to explain this? It was people that were still fans of him wanted to know if he was gonna be there, and then people that like were against him wanted to know if he was gonna be there so that they didn't have to go. Like, you know what I mean? It was kind of, everyone started asking about the concert because he was only on hiatus. I was literally going to boycott that tour. I was so mad. Oh, the Reach For Us tour, the edited poster, I remember. Yeah, they didn't even like edit him out of the group photo. They just started putting their individual photos, and that's kind of like the saddest thing to me. Yeah, no, I remember because I think I realized like the day the tickets went on sale, I was like, so that's why they announced his departure when they did. Because again, I mentioned this earlier, I think they planned to just keep him on hiatus and that was it. But because like their concert was so soon, I think they released the tickets for their Japan concert while he was on hiatus, and a lot of people weren't buying the tickets because they thought he was gonna be there, right? Because like I said, everyone was like, the emotions were everywhere, okay? So a lot of people were like mad. They didn't really want him to be there, and their sales were just not doing well because they thought he was gonna be there. And I think that's why he ended up leaving, because I mentioned that like he left because he didn't want his scandal to affect the other members, and it already was because nobody was buying tickets for the Japan concert. And he was like, I think he just kind of thought, he was like, this will probably just keep happening if I just stay in the group, sort of. The way I remember, there was a little petition for Raven to come back during that time. Yes, there was petitions for him to come back, and there was petitions for him to leave. Like, it was so like, the fact that I felt so rushed is what upsets me. Those are the dark times. Yes, the dark ages, for real. Yeah, I think they definitely rushed into like that whole decision. It was really unfortunate timing. Really unfortunate timing. Because like, you know, here they were getting popular from Same Scent, and here they were about to start a tour, and then his scandal just pops out of nowhere. Like, horrible timing. Horrible timing. Anyways, I think because the US portion, the US tour tickets were gonna go on sale later that week, and I think they probably didn't want to see how those did, because I think people were also thinking the same thing. A lot of people were like, I don't think I'm gonna go if he's gonna be there, sort of thing. And so they kind of just rushed to take him out. I felt like ripping RBW into literal pieces. I think, okay, so like I understand it from a professional perspective. Because a lot of people also thought too, they were like, I don't, like, it's kind of weird for them to continue the tour after they had just lost a member. But from like a professional and like business perspective, like they had to go through with it regardless because they already booked all of those, like the venues, like, you know, they paid for like the tour to happen. Like there goes a lot goes into like planning the tour aside from just sending the members off to a different country, right? Like you have to plan these like months in advance because you have to get the schedules all lined up. And I think it was like they would be losing way more money if they just canceled the tour or postponed it than if they were to just send them off really close to whenever this whole thing happened. So like even though like it sucked and it was like, why are you still making them do all this stuff? It's like they had to because they already spent all the time and the money and the energy to book all this stuff. Because I remember a lot of people were really mad about them still doing their Soul concert. It was a 2-day concert. And it was like, what was it, 3 weeks before? It was really close. It was really close. And I remember, oh my god, I feel like I want to cry. I remember the first night their concert happened, and I remember I was watching a bunch of clips because I wanted to see kind of just the situation, like how oneus was looking about the situation. I literally understand, but I mean, concerts and tours are canceled for certain things anyways. That's what, like, sometimes companies will do that. Like, sometimes they will. But RBW is really not known to be a company with love and energy just spilling out, okay? They're very business oriented. And so even though they knew, you know, like it's just, they already invested so much in this tour. I think they just were like, we have to go through with it. At the same time, though, we can't ignore kind of like oneus, okay? Like we can't ignore oneus in this situation and just place all the blame on RBW. All right, oneus, at the end of the day, they're grown, they're adults, and they're working people. Okay, so I can tell you, like in my, I don't want to say opinion. If I were in that position, if that were me, and I had all of that happen, and had like the, you know, like if they came to me and were like, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, I personally would still do it. I would still go through with it because at the end of the day, right, like it's like you still have all these people who are depending on you to do a certain thing, especially when it comes to your job. And so it's like they could have canceled the tour and not have gone because they were dealing with this whole thing. But like they had all their fans kind of depending on them. They booked all of these venues, you know, people that like expect them to go to these venues now and like do what they were gonna do. It's, you know, I'm sure some of it was RBW, maybe like, oh, we don't want to lose all this money and this, you know, and everything we already invested. But at the same time, like how much of that was oneus? And you know, how much of that was them being like, oh, we'll just do it anyways. Was that a bug? Or was that a ghost? I thought I saw something fly back here. Whatever. They really had to continue with tours, but everything at that time gave the rest of the members a trauma. Yeah, I think the whole situation definitely, it was a bug because I heard it. Where did the bug come from? I don't know. The members were in a horrible emotional state though. Oh my god. I have theories about this too. I know it's horrible. It's horrible that we sit here kind of speculating, but I think it's because like that whole time, I don't know if it was me just trying to like cope with the whole situation, but it was like I was imagining myself in that situation and what I would have done. And It's a bug. I can hear it. It's a big old bug. What do? Should I cry? I'm just gonna ignore it. Okay, I'm gonna ignore it. They just lost not only a member but brother. Yes. Okay. Here. Okay. I got thoughts about this. We're doing hot takes today, I guess. Kill the bug. It's like right when I look that way, start flying this way. Is it a cicada? No, it's like a miller. It's a miller, but it's like this big. Where did it go? Here I am trying to get all deep and spill my heart out. And this miller said no. I don't even know where it went. I don't even have anything to kill it with. Should I use a shoe? No, I don't have anything to kill it with. I got a book. If it comes anywhere near me, I'm swatting it, I swear. Okay, we're gonna continue on and just hope for the best. Okay? While I continue my little theory about... Okay. Goofy. Okay. No, here, what is my theory? What was I talking about? Oh, okay, the members. All right. How do I... The bug doesn't want you to uncover the secrets? No, for real. It's an op. For real. I'm telling you. No. So kind of, here's what I think about the members. Okay. I do think that it probably affected them, right? Like they spent so long with Raven in the group, and to suddenly just have him like not in the group, obviously it's going to be really life-changing, but it's also going to, you know, life-changing, different. It's going to be kind of weird. It's also like you can't really what's the word? You can't really predict like how things will go after something like as I keep wanting to use really negative words. No, as something as altering as that, I definitely think they had a fear about the direction their career was going to go, right? Because they had built their image as the six of them for 4 years at that point, and they were getting pretty popular like that. And all of a sudden, almost like at the height of their popularity, everything came crashing down. So I think to them, they also probably had like this like fear of like maybe it'll just never be like that ever again. Matter of fact, we could probably start tanking now that we don't have all the members or whatever. So I think they probably, yeah, they had fears about that. I think they also, again, you know, they'd lost a member. Somebody they spent, you know, so much time with is just now not there anymore. In the business setting, okay, the professional settings, not like maybe they talk to him outside. I don't know, right? That's their own personal life. But in like a business setting, like he's just not there anymore. He's not like co-working anymore. So like, you know, that's different too. One thing I think that really contributed to their horrible emotional state at the concert, especially the Soul concert, was the fact that they had been preparing for that concert with the six of them for however many weeks or so. Okay, like they probably have been preparing that for a long time. But then all of a sudden he leaves the group 3 weeks before that concert was supposed to happen. And so now, right, all of the stages and stuff they had been preparing as the six of them now have to be entirely rearranged for the 5 of them. And then not to mention they also re-recorded all of the songs that they did at the tour, which honestly I don't think they needed to do, but they did anyways. So like, whatever. Honestly, hope they both still talk and spend time together in their private time. I mean, you never know. You know, you really just never know what people do in their free time. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. But They basically, they had to rearrange an entire concert in 3 weeks, maybe even 2.5, right? And I know that contributed to a lot of like stress and anxiety for all of them, because they did show up to the Soul concert. I don't know if anyone watched the Reach for a Soul concert. It's kind of hard to watch day one, because the second they walk out, you can just tell that they're exhausted. Like, you can see it in every part of their face that they're really, really exhausted. And I think that's the part that made me the most sad. And honestly, I hate to say, that part, that when they walked out for their Soul concert, like when I seen the first performance, I think that moment really made me kind of angry at Raven. Like, I was genuinely like, oh my god. The only word I can use to describe it is just anger. Like, I was just angry and upset that everything that happened with him, that made them kind of, you know, feel like that and end up looking like that at their concert, it like broke my heart in a way that was just so upsetting. Okay, I didn't get to see the live stream for it, but I watched the fan cams for it. Same, like, I slept through it. Okay, I slept through the concert, but when I woke up, that was the first thing I did, as I looked on Twitter and I saw all of like the clips and stuff. And that was the one thing that I noticed, was like how just incredibly exhausted they looked. I cried so bad seeing them in that state. I know, it was like so soul crushing almost. Like, I hated seeing them like that, because I knew that they only looked like that because of everything. It wasn't even like the fact that Raven like left. Okay, like, they didn't look like that because he left. They looked like that because they had to sort of, it was really only like because they, you know, again, had to rearrange an entire concert to now accommodate the 5 of them. And so I know that they were like probably staying up really, really late, getting up really, really early, you know, kind of overexerting themselves every single day so that they could get this concert all figured out before the concert itself happened. And that was the one moment I remember. Like, I was just so upset that the whole thing even happened, because I was like, now they look like this. Like, now we have to watch them. Now we have to look at them be so incredibly tired and exhausted. And it just, oh my god. My heart was just laying on the floor in like 1,000 pieces. It was so bad. I was so mad at Raven. I was so mad at the situation. I was like, this sucks. This is like probably one of the worst things we could deal with in our time as oneus fans. Okay, like, it was just horrible. It was horrible. Yeah, I don't know. It was a crazy situation. Rearrange an entire concert and their career too. Yeah, yeah. I definitely, like I said earlier, like, I think they had a lot of doubts and stuff too about like, how would I say, maintaining their career, you know, and maybe like being able to like rebrand their image and stuff without him in it. Because I was down for weeks after that. I woke up and I just started crying. I woke up 5 minutes later, I'm in tears, okay? And I spent the rest of the day just like, I can't do this today. It wasn't even him. I was mad the boys had to endure everything. Yes, I think that's what it was. I was more just mad that they had to go through all of this stuff because of that. You know what I mean? And I was like, no, you know, like, they deserve the world. They don't deserve all this. So, to be for real, at the time, I literally felt like I wish I didn't become a fan of them so I wouldn't feel that deep pain. That's what... I feel you. I feel you. It wasn't that I wish I didn't become a fan. It was more just like, it was hard at the time. I don't know. It was kind of crazy. I think it was more just like, I just truly never expected this to ever happen to oneus, right? To oneus of all groups. And it's a group that I love. Like, I love them so much. And here, this thing is happening to them. Like, this does not... How do I want to say this? They do not deserve to be going through something like that, yet they were. So it made me mad. I was upset. I was sad. I was feeling all kinds of emotions around that time. It's still worth it though? Yes. I thought I was gonna leave my K-pop era because of it. I didn't. Same. Same. I think after that point, I do know I was incredibly heartbroken for like a few months. I remember I was like, I don't think I'm ever gonna stand a group this hard ever again because this is just painful. This sucks. My ults of all people. That's what I'm saying. I was like, why? Why my group? I don't regret it. Like, I love them, but to deal with that pain, it was a lot. It really was. No, it was horrendous. It was really horrendous. What was I talking about? How did I get into this topic? Let's see if I can circle back. I do know I was talking about Raven. But how did I get onto the topic of Raven? I don't remember. I don't think I can circle back. Let me see if I can figure out where we started. I do know this conversation happened because somebody was asking what happened to Raven. So I said, let me describe it for you. Oh, fan wars? I was talking about fan wars. Nothing happened with my other groups, God forbid, but why oneus and my bias Raven. Oh my God, did I ever tell you? I hate to say it, I don't want to say I'm the problem because I don't want to think I'm the problem, but for some reason I hate to, oh my God, it's so bad. It's so bad. So the first group that I ever stand, like when I got into K-pop, was EXO. To be fair, I did stand them after the first two left. Okay, so you know that technically it was already done deal by that point. But Tao did leave after I became a fan. And I was like, what the heck? Wait, does the title say oneus on Road to Kingdom 2? Yes! Okay, oh my God, we discussed this earlier. That's how we got onto the topic of fan wars, was because we mentioned that the fan wars are gonna get kind of bad now that the fan wars are gonna come back up because they're on Road to Kingdom Season 2. And I hate to tell you, I just really don't like that they're on Road to Kingdom Season 2. I have so many mixed feelings about it. But I trust oneus. Okay, I know oneus would never go on a show just to get exposure and popularity, so I'm trusting that there's some other reason why they're on this show again. Stop this madness, RW, leave them alone. That's what I'm saying. I mentioned earlier how, like, I don't get why they're on Road to Kingdom Season 2, because, one, they were already on the show, and two, they don't even need Road to Kingdom. Are they? What did I miss? Oh my gosh, okay, yeah. So, small recap. Earlier today, Mnet announced they're going to do Road to Kingdom Season 2. And, they didn't release a lineup or anything, but a few hours ago, a bunch of the articles were saying that oneus is going to be on Road to Kingdom Season 2. Raven situation was my very first scandal that I experienced the group I stand, little on my ults and bias. Bro, I hate to tell you, I've been experiencing this since I became a K-pop fan. And that's why I said I don't want to think I'm the problem. But tell me why every time I have a bias in a group, they end up leaving or they get into a scandal. Off topic, but your nails are so pretty. Oh, thank you. They're falling off. But, like, we're going to ignore that, okay? They did their time. They're not even status anymore. You see what I mean? So, like, when I think of Road to Kingdom, I'm thinking groups that are, like, underrated, okay? Low-tier groups. So I really don't get why oneus is on Road to Kingdom Season 2. Okay? That's also why, like, I'm choosing to believe that there's something else about this show. Like, it's got to have a different concept or something to where they're back on it. because I just truly believe that they wouldn't go on it just for some random popularity boost. You know? Like, they don't need Road to Kingdom, okay? Crazy. I don't know. Oh, I was mentioning, okay, so EXO is the first group I stand, and then 3 members left, okay? I hate to tell you, my first bias in Stray Kids was Woojin. My bias in G-Idol is Soojin. My bias in Big Bang. Anyways. Who else was like a crazy person that left? Oh, my bias in LE SSERAFIM. I don't even want to talk about. I think I'm the problem. Okay, I think I'm the problem. I don't know. Is it confirmed? It's not like for sure confirmed, like 100%, but it was like, you know, it was a bunch of different like articles saying that oneus was going to be on Road to Kingdom Season 2. And usually when that happens, it's because somebody tells them that. So I think they're going to be. But it's not like 100% confirmed yet. It's probably like 90%, I would say. oneus are still in a weird popularity limbo. Yes. So I did mention this earlier too. Like, they're not like extremely popular, but they're also not like super like unknown. Like, a lot of people know oneus. But at the same time, they're not super popular. But the issue with that is that, like, I don't know why they would be going for a popularity boost at this point in their career. Because, one, they're 5 years in to their career. Which you would think in the grand scheme is like, oh, it's only 5 years. But, like, when you think about it in K-pop industry terms, like, they're getting up there. So they don't really need, like, at this point, like, they don't need a survival show. I don't know. The other issue that I said earlier that I hate to say I have to repeat again is that one of the members has to go somewhere soon. And he either has to go at the end of this year or like sometime next year. So it really makes no sense for them to like start trying to boost their popularity at this point, okay? A lot of members left from groups I stand, but oneus obviously hit me hard. Yeah, fair. When it's your alt group, it's like devastatingly devastating. I hope Woong is gonna coach. Yeah, they're gonna be on Road to Kingdom Season 2, but they're like the judges. oneus have like 5 to 6 wins, right? Yes? Let me see if I can count. They got 1, 2, 3, 4. What came out after that? 5, 6? They might have like 8, I think. Hi, I'm a new to Moon, everyone. Hi, welcome. We love new oneus fans. Free my boy Soho. He served enough. Exactly. He's serving every day. You don't need him. Anyways, yeah, he's getting close to like his enlistment time. And God forbid, sometimes they get drafted early. Okay, so I mean, hopefully he'll be able to just enlist whenever he wants, but he has to go soon. Okay, now I don't have a theory. It's more just like a personal wish of mine. Something that I just hope that they do. I really hope they go in pairs. Like, I hope, like, when Soho goes, that Lido goes, like, pretty close, or even, like, the same time. And then when, like, Hwanwoong and Xion? Why did I say it like that? Hwanwoong and Xion have to go, that they go together, too. Because I think that would just, I don't know, that'd be kind of nice. No, I hope not. I hope not either. I hope he gets to go whenever he wants to go. Thank you, everyone. I started standing oneus a month ago. And I love them a lot. The voices are so much more. Oh my god. A new fan. Right, that's so adorable. I'm not crying. No, it's really cute. We need them to enlist together or something. My ideal situation that, well, I think it's everyone's, the ideal situation would be that they all go together um at the same time. But I don't want to say knowing oneus. I think it's just because, again, they're not super popular, but they're not super unpopular. Is that they kind of need people to stay behind so they can keep promoting oneus while a few people go. True, like with Younghoon and Kangyeon from when we did. Yes, exactly like that. Like they go in pairs. If on and off are listed together, so can oneus. Exactly. You see what I mean? Well, okay, no. No. Well, no. Here's the other issue, though. Supposedly, according to the papers or whatever it was, that was a long time ago, Kunhee doesn't need to go. They say Kunhee is exempt. Do I know why? I don't know. I want to know, too. I'm just kind of nosy. I just want to know why. They say he doesn't have to go. So, I think ideally it would be nice if the other 4 would just enlist together at the same time so we can just get it over with. But if you're leaving one of them behind, I think it would just be easier to do it in pairs. That's crazy. Hopefully he doesn't. That's what I'm saying too. That they say he's exempt. I don't know. That's what everyone says. But since they have to leave him behind, I think it would make the most sense for like Soho and Lido to go together, and then whenever they come back, or close to when they come back, Hwanwoong and Sheehan go, or something. Because I don't know, I hate to say, I feel like the other OneWe members might go like around the same time, like as like Sheehan and Hwanwoong. I don't know. You're so pretty. Oh, thanks. We're doing so beautiful. Thank you. No, thank you so much. No, it's so crazy. Okay, I told this at the beginning of stream, but like nobody was here. What was I gonna say? Oh, I was thinking of streaming today, like just to stream or whatever. But then I was like, well, no, because I'm going somewhere this weekend and I'm actually leaving in the morning. So I was like, maybe I should just lay down and go to bed. So I decided I was just not going to stream and I was going to lay down and go to bed. So I took my makeup off, all right? And I was going to go lay down and go to sleep. But then I remembered all of a sudden that, like, oneus was going to be on Road to Kingdom. And I was like, I have to discuss this with the world. I have to discuss this on the internet, okay? So I was like, dang it. And I was like, I already took my makeup off. So I just set up the stream anyways. I was like, whatever. So I don't have my makeup on right now. But hopefully it's not that bad. I don't know. Where'd the bug go? Thank you so much for reminding me. I was trying to ignore that. I don't know. I really don't know. The good news is that wherever it is, it's just sitting there, okay? But I don't know where it went off to. My biggest fear is that, like, okay, so I turn all the lights off in my room when I go to bed and I like sit on my phone for a bit, and so like the phone is like emitting light. My fear is that I'm gonna be laying there and it's gonna come flying around my phone in my face, and I'm just gonna have to, like, you know, throw my phone somewhere and go run away. I don't know. I just hope they finish enlistment and promote again. I think they will. They will for sure. Yeah, I'm so sure, like, they'll just jump right back into it when they're done, but, like, we have to get through it first, so, like, that's kind of the bad part. You still look pretty. Oh, thanks. Thank you so much. The book threatened it. For real. Yeah, no, they didn't want none of this. It's even a psychology book. That's horrible. I went to the recent concert and helped him to oneus. I want to hide under a carpet? What? No, oh my god, I was gonna mention this. So I don't know if you guys know, I uploaded my Ace vlog today. Sorry, I uploaded my Ace vlog today, and I think one thing I kept thinking of when I was editing it was that, like, they really just jumped right back into it. They took, like, how many years? 3 years or something for them to all enlist and then to all come back. And you know, they all came back and immediately just jumped right back in. They could jump into like a comeback, did a tour. I still have to watch it. It's kind of long. I'll say I really tried to cut it down, but honestly, I was too excited. Like, I don't know. It was really fun. I didn't finish it yet. Oh, it's okay. That's okay. And I'm not spoiling anything. It's more just like I was just thinking about, you know, that they took such a long hiatus to enlist and then they came back and like they still have like all of their fans there. You know, and it actually seems like a pretty good turnout. I think that's one thing that a lot of groups fear is that they're going to take their enlistment hiatus and they're going to come back and nobody's going to be there. But I think Ace is doing pretty well. So that's pretty good. I still wish they would have waited to release My Girl until Yuchang came back. That's what I'm saying. I was like, he was there. You could have did it with him. Bye, I have to go. Okay, bye. Thank you so much for hanging out today. Hopefully see you next time. I feel like I have to end stream soon. I really wasn't going to stream this long, but like, again, we started talking about oneus and I just went off the rails. I went off the rails. I mean, I do that all the time though. I'll stream for 15 more minutes. 15. No, it was good though. It was good. I don't remember if I ever explained. I'm so sure I explained this. I explained this, I swear. Because I'm staying with oneus till their 10th anniversary. Same. No, as long as oneus is oneus, I'm gonna be their fan forever. I don't care how old we are. Okay. We could be in our 50s. They'll be singing at 50, and I'll be in the crowd at 50. Whatever. I was like, huh? And then he came back like a month later. I was like, you couldn't have waited a little longer. That's what I'm saying. That song is so good. Like, I think he... I don't know. I don't know if they've ever released a studio version of Take Me Higher. Because he's not in Take Me Higher either. But they have a version with him where he sings like his lines and stuff. Which is obviously the same for My Girl because they performed it. Duh. But I don't know if they've ever released a studio version of them, but I wish they would. So I can hear you, John. Still blasting Come Back Home in the retirement center. Or for real. I'll be like, listen to the bop back in my day. It's too weird not to be. It's like Black Mirror. We're all getting down in the nursing home to Black Mirror. No. Trust me, I'll be like 80 and still be singing at oneus concerts. For real. Same. No, actually, every concert that they have, I will be there. Past like our 40s or whatever. It's so crazy. I don't know why. I'm so obsessed with age these days. Maybe it's because like I'm getting kind of old. Well, I'm not that old, but I feel like I'm getting old. And so I keep thinking about like my age and stuff. Anyways, yesterday was Kanhee's birthday. Well, it was today in America, but it was yesterday in Korea. It was his birthday and he turned 26, okay? The craziest thing to me, it'll always be the craziest thing, is that Kanhee and Hwanwoong are only half a year older than I am. So like this entire year from my birthday up until like yesterday, all three of us were the same age all year. It's like really goofy. It's really, really goofy to think about. I think I was even making a joke about it on Twitter. I was like, Kanhee's leaving me behind in the 25 club. And then I was thinking, I was like, that's so crazy. We were the same age for so long. I'll show my children oneus, trust me. Wait, no, same. I don't know if you've ever seen that TikTok of this girl. She has like a daughter, like a toddler. And she must be a K-pop fan because she keeps playing K-pop in the car. But the daughter knows Pop by Nayeon. Like she's singing Pop in the car. And I was like, that's gonna be me, but with like oneus songs. Like my kids are gonna be bopping to like Twilight in the back. They even be doing the dance or something. I don't know. Like knowing me, just knowing me. How cute. Yeah, I know. Happy birthday, Kanhee. Yeah, I know. He's old now. But, you know, respect, I guess. I know. I was also thinking about how, like, I don't know. It's just crazy that, like, It's just so crazy to me. I think that like I'm the same age as two of the members for like half of the year. Right? I don't know. It's just it's really baffling to me. I think it's also just baffling because before one of us, like the groups I would stand, they were always older than I was. So like, you know, I was always used to that. But like with one of us, it's like two of the members are the same age as me. It's just kind of weird. The other weird thing is that me and Sheehan are the same age for like 10 days. It's that I think that's even funnier than anything else. Is that like we are the same age for just a few days and then I age up. It's so funny, I think. It's just so funny. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I like to think about like K-pop idols and like if I was going to school with them, um, like what grade they would be in compared to my grade. Um, for I don't know why, but aging just doesn't feel real anymore. That's what I'm saying. Like, what do you mean I'm 25 and a half? 25.5? That's disgusting. Disgusting. Um, no, but yeah, sometimes I'll put like age into like school perspectives, and honestly, um, Connie and Hwanwoong would be in my grade, which is even grosser. I think that's even more disgusting. Like we would have been in the same grade growing up all the way to, we would have graduated high school together. That's sick. That is so sick. Um, it's even more sick to think about because Sheehan would have been 2 grades below me. I don't know. It's like my favorite thing to do sometimes is to think about it in grades. Um, like Lido, I think would be a grade above me, and then Soho would have been 2 grades above me, right? Yeah, yeah. Especially if Kunhee and Hwanu were in my grade. I don't know. It's also really weird because like I was not in the right grade my entire life, anyways. Um, I don't know. It's something I like to think about sometimes. Um, so I actually skipped a grade when I was in elementary school. So I wasn't even in the grade with everyone that was the same age as me. I was now in a grade with everyone a year older than me. That's why Connie and Hwan would have been in my grade, is because I skipped a grade. Um, but like, you know, it's just, I don't know. It's so goofy to think about. It's so goofy to think about. But it's fun sometimes. I think it's really fun. Anyway, yeah. I really didn't expect to stream this long today. I thought I was going to stream for like an hour and then call it a day. Because I really thought I was just going to pop up in here and only talk about oneus on Road to Kingdom, explain my thoughts about oneus on Road to Kingdom, and then leave. But, you know, we got sidetracked with Raven and stuff. So, I guess it's okay though. I guess it's okay. There is, at some point, I do want to just sit here and give all of my hot takes because I have a lot, okay? And that was one of my hot takes, I think, was about the whole Raven situation, was that it's not that I don't believe the girl. You know, it's not that I'm like entirely Raven, like 100% team Raven, but at the same time, it's like I don't really trust the girl either, you know, because like she already made up like half of her story. It's like how much of, you know, the rest of that was made up. I don't know, but that was always like one of my hot takes. Was that like I'm not a Raven hater, I guess. I don't know. Honestly, I'm so sorry for that whole situation we had to talk about and relive. No, it's okay. No, I think it was important. It was an important conversation to have. Same, I enjoy hot takes. Me too. I hate giving them because sometimes I feel like, what if I give a hot take and it's just so super cancelable and I have to just never show my face on the internet ever again. But I don't think I have any hot takes that are that bad, because it's like I'm not like a horrible person. It's just like I'm opinionated, I should say. I'm very opinionated. It's crazy. Um, one of these days, I wish I could do like secret streams, like like genuine secret streams. Um, because sometimes I want to just like spill the tea. I just want to say the things that I know, but like I can't be saying it out in public like this. So I have to just keep it to myself. But I'm telling you, I have tea. I know tea. So, anyways, yeah, so that was my hot take on OneUs Road to Kingdom Season 2. Twitch? Oh my god. No, Twitch is even worse. Twitch is even worse. Honestly, I don't think I have hot takes. I think it's because I obviously don't sit there all day thinking, what do I hate today? That's so fair. That is so fair. I think it's like me. I always have really fleeting thoughts. Like they're really, really like just kind of all over the place. And so I also tend to form opinions right away. And I think that's why like my hot takes are like I'll see something and then I'll immediately have an opinion about it. But then, sometimes I'll also try to like, sometimes I'll try to be like, why do we have that kind of opinion? And then it like when it sits for so long, I kind of just think about, I don't know. It's usually just because like I think about things really fast. Unless I don't realize I have hot takes. It could be. Some people think that they're just like, oh yeah, I just have this thought about this and it's like an extremely hot take. Yeah, I don't know. Hot takes are crazy. But one day we will have a hot take session where it's just K-pop opinions and thoughts or whatever. I don't know. Because even like outside of OneUs, like I have like, opinions and hot takes about everything else too. So maybe one day. What was I going to say? I was going to say something and it disappeared. It must not be important. Anyways, I guess I'll end the stream. It's crazy because I really didn't plan on streaming today. I really did not plan on streaming today. I'll be there for that stream. Oh my god. Yeah, no. Set your alarms for Taylor's hot takes or whatever. Is it about OneUs on Road to Kingdom? No. All of the hot takes I have about OneUs on Road to Kingdom I gave today. I've spilled everything that I think about that today, so. I think now I'm more in the mindset that, like, we just have to wait and see what it's about. Because, like, me being mad about them being on Road to Kingdom is not going to do anything other than just me being mad. So after venting and letting it out, now I'm just kind of accepting the fact that they're on Road to Kingdom. That they don't need to be, but they are. So yeah, we just have to wait for the episode to come out and we'll see what happens, I guess. But yeah, so anyways, I think I'm gonna end the stream. Just cause like again, I didn't plan on streaming this long, and so now it's kind of late and I have to get up early. So I'm gonna end the stream here. I hope you guys enjoyed today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll try to stream again next week. I'm gonna be busy all weekend, so there'll be no streams this weekend. But hopefully maybe early next week or something, I will try to get back on. And we'll just do a casual stream or something, like, unless something pops up again all of a sudden. And, we have to do another one. Thanks so much for the live. Had fun. Have a good night. Thank you. I don't know what that says, but thanks for the stream. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you in the next one. I didn't know you were live. I'm so sorry. I'm literally just ending. But I'll put up the VOD right after this, I swear. Okay? I'll put up the VOD in case you missed the live. But I think I covered everything I need to, so I will see you next time. Bye. Have a good night. See you later.